Angels and Rollerball. SWAT is a film that I really enjoy, despite the film. It's not a great film, but it's one I will watch often. It's got a fantastic cast. And yeah, Lip Sync Battle. It's where...
If you haven't watched it, he did a really excellent MTV Live performance. I don't know if you've seen clips from it, but I don't know if you remember when Nirvana did Nirvana Unplugged for MTV. He had a similar one to that, and it's a really excellent live performance. Like, real intimate, but he crushes it. So if you're ever in the mood for watching some LL Cool J, do that.
Nice. And I'd like to talk about the music as well. And he is listening to a song in his kitchen. That song,
Oh, yes.
That song is Get the Money by High C and DJ Quick. And I think this song was picked because at the very start of this song, which is cut off for this scene, they mention LL Cool J.
Yes, they do.
There's a conversation between High C and DJ Quick where they talk about a conversation that High C had with LL Cool J. High C's real name, Crawford Wilkerson. And this song appeared on the album...
Swingin'?
Yeah, Swingin' in 93. And they talk about a conversation they had with LL Cool J in which LL Cool J apparently said, "Man, you gotta give me some heat." Later in this film, what does LL Cool J do to a shark? He explodes it with his oven. He gives it some heat.
Wow.
I love how these songs all predict the rest of the film.
The shark must have been listening because he turned up the heat on LL Cool J.
He did. And then it didn't work very well for him, now did it? There's other references in this song to the film. Talking about Russell, Sam Jackson's character, where they talk about money, money, make the world go round. If you got it, you can damn sure clown.
And Nemo is a clown fish.
Yes, he is.
Whoa.
But flying in and out of town, party over here. So Russell flies into Aquatica. There's a birthday party in the next scene. Now what you hear is not a test. Later there is a test, but it's not a test. It's not a test to the sharks. It's not an experiment. It's them faking out. It's part of a plan. They're going to escape. And finally, coming from the kingpins of the Wild Wild West. Little known fact, but the actual climax of Wild Wild West, there's a mechanical spider. The original draft was a giant mechanical shark. That's not
wow. Kevin Kline.
Yes. Kenneth Branagh piloting a giant mechanical land shark. But LL Cool J did actually collaborate with High C on another song in 1990, Farmers Boulevard. And, Mark, High C did a song that appeared in Encino Man, a film that you and I have talked about on Movies, Films and Flicks.
That's another movie with water.
Yes. So many similarities. There's a pool.
It could be a Soggy Saga movie.
You would think Encino Man would have had iced tea.
But it had High C.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's all I could find on this song. So where did the bird learn these swears from? Everything that it says is an insult. Eat me, asshole. Hey, hey, you dickhead. Fat butt. You got a big fat butt. Where did it learn these from? The songs?
Hanging out in the kitchen with the dishwashers that aren't there.
Oh, and they're talking about him when he's not there, right? Is that
That's
so
it.
He picks,
That's
wow.
This is how
He's
he
a bad
learns what
boss.
they think of him. This is why they were partying on that boat and then they left. They were happy to get away from Preacher. They don't like him.
Do you think Scoggins just goes in there and whispers dirty words? Into
Oh,
the
hell
birds?
yes.
There
Yes.
you go. That's it.
That has to be it.
Hey, preacher, let me borrow your bird.
Fat butt. You got a big fat butt. Come on, say it.
He's just got a little flashlight, and the shark is watching. It's whispering into the bird's ear.
I love it.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think we solved that.
Yeah, there we go. That's the answer.
Done. Mic drop.
Wait, maybe McAllister, she was doing tests on the parrot on the side.
She's made the parrot super intelligent. Well, apparently the blue-fronted Amazon parrots are very, very good, very adept at picking up language. So
Well, they do call them
wouldn't need
bluefin makos.
yeah,
Wow. They thought of everything in this movie.
they did. It's a perfect film. So why is the cake so big? What's going on? Did he not know that there were only going to be 8 people here?
Maybe
He
he's
thought
going
he
to
was
freeze
going to
it.
feed the whole crew, but they all had to leave because of the not the hurricane. What would they call it? Out the typhoon.
The bitch of a squall
Yeah, there you go.
is Ida Totoro's description.
Maybe he just likes cake.
Maybe.
Put it in the freezer. Take it out every now and again. I mean, if he's going to make it.
Well, if you've looked in the deleted scenes, he does serve it to Michael Rappaport the next day for breakfast.
Well, we will get there, but there's a
Whoa.
discrepancy because in the the birthday party in next week's scene, it's a double layer cake, and then the slice that he gives to Scoggins is a single layer.
Maybe they ate the top layer.
Maybe
the bird got a hold of it.
I think so. Yes, the bird pooped on it, and to keep the hygiene rating up, they had to only give him the unpooped on layer, or because he doesn't like him, the pooped on layer. Who knows?
Wouldn't be the
I
first.
probably
time
won't
happened.
be here for cake talk later on, but I'm glad that I got to introduce it.
Thank you. Well, is there anything else in future scenes of the film you want to just briefly mention whilst you're here now?
Well, we've already talked about the great exit that Samuel Jackson makes. I do kind of like the fact that they changed the ending of the film. That's kind of cool, and the self-sacrifice that goes on there. That gives us one more shot at CG dismemberment, and I'm all for that.
It's a horrific one as well.
Yes.
Yeah. What about you, Amanda? Any more Deep Blue Sea thoughts?
Well, I just want to know, when you guys talk about the credits on the song, are you going to talk about the music video?
Yes.
Oh, of course.
That may have its own episode. We don't know yet.
Because that music video is a thing.
Hell yes.
I love that video. That's 99. Like, I don't know if you probably remember this. Remember MTV's making the video? They did one on that. And they had like making the video for NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Blink-182, and then Deep is Bluest. There's an entire making of episode about this video.
Well, we're doing an entire hour-long podcast about 3 minutes of film, so it's entirely plausible that would be the case.
Let's just do it every 15-second
No.
podcast about that song.
No.
That'll be the sequel.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm annoyed that the music video isn't on the DVD, isn't in the special features. I feel like it should be.
Is it on the Blu-ray?
I don't have the Blu-ray.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, just because I did look, Deep Blue Sea was a late release on Laserdisc, and it's a rarity. So I was not going to spend the $100 that it was going to cost for me to obtain it in that format.
It's $100.
Yeah.
I'd have paid that.
I'm putting it on my Christmas list.
I mean, the only Laserdisc I own is Deep Blue Sea. No player, just the disc.
See,
It'll go nice on the wall.
The Paul Walker, the sweater, the Laserdisc. I couldn't have asked for a better guest this week. I'm just so happy.
Well, let's reward them by giving them a chance to plug what they've got going on. So, Amanda, where can people find more of you online?
People can find more of me on hollywoodconsumer.wordpress.com. There's not much up there right now because state of the world, but that's usually where I post things, so.
Okay. And Richard? You can plug the Lambcast on this podcast.
Yes,
it's okay.
I was just going to say, I'm not ashamed to plug the Lambcast because it's not the Lambcast. Jay gives me crap every time I say, and, I'm also on the Lambcast.
But you plug it you're plugging the show that we're on.
That's it. Like they don't do that on the news every single night.
True. Okay.
All right. Kirkham A Movie A Day. The only thing that I have up there that's relatively recent is a recommendation for family, films during the summer. The Strother Martin Film Project. Every time I come across a Strother Martin performance by accident, I'm going to post on that. But I also have several things that I'm planning on doing. So far, I'm only maybe 15 or 20 films deep into the 68 film repertoire of the great Strother Martin.
Who should he have been in Deep Blue Sea?
Yeah, if he had been in Deep Blue Sea, let me see. I guess, Stellan Skarsgård, but he wouldn't have been the sexy Stellan Skarsgård. That wouldn't have worked very well.
I mean, you could debate whether Stellan Skarsgård is sexy in this film. I would certainly debate that
They
issue.
did the best they could, He was really disarming.
Yes, haha. I could see Strother Martin in if you expanded the Ronnie Cox role a little, have him as like a cameo at the start, maybe.
Scoggins.
Yeah, a younger Strother Martin Scoggins, perhaps. Yeah.
And Strother Martin was a diving champion, right?
I know now. See, just more and more facts we didn't know.
Yeah,
and
him and Statham.
On the Lambcast.
Oh,
Latest edition of which will be up soon.
Strother Martin was an Olympic diver.
And I want to thank you guys for putting up with a lot of shenanigans on the Lambcast. I've done some weird stuff on that show.
We hope you'll do more.
But yeah, I don't know. If you guys are bored, I love the Lambcast drafts. So if you're looking for a way to get into Lambcast, just look up. They do really random fun drafts or Lamparty. It's like a Jeopardy with movies. It's a fun way to start. I love those episodes.
We have a draft coming up that's Dwayne Johnson versus Emily Blunt, because we're refusing to acknowledge that Jungle Cruise isn't coming out this year.
Nice.
Okay, well, listeners, you can find more of Deep Blue Sea the podcast on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, where we're at Deep Blue Sea Pod on all of those, and you can email us on deepblueseapod@gmail.com. Mark, where can they find more of your stuff?
On Deep Blue Sea Pod, you should check that out. No, go to moviesfilmsandflix.com. So movies, films, and FLIX. I also write for Rotten Tomatoes. I work on their versus videos. So look up Rotten Tomatoes versus videos on YouTube. You can watch those. I don't know if they'll be out yet. I guess I'll announce it later on. But I got a bunch of videos coming out for other websites, and then I write reviews on Movies, Films, and Flicks. And then I have my Movies, Films, and Flicks podcast that you should check out. Oh, hello to all the Brazilian fans. We just hit number 20 in Brazil. And also hello to my fans, Movies, Films, and Flicks fans in Denmark. I don't know why you'd be listening to this, but we just hit number 3 in Denmark. So hello if you happen to randomly come to this from Movies, Films, and Flicks. Yeah, so that's those are my shout outs.
Why wouldn't the Danish be listening to this? There are Deep Blue Sea fans worldwide.
Oh, absolutely. And then, but yeah, thank you. That was a good show right there. Number 3 in Denmark. I'll take it. That was awesome.
Absolutely. And you can find more of my writing at lifeversusfilm.com, or there is the LAM, the Large Association of Movie Blogs, largeassmovieblogs.com, which is exactly what it says. It's like shark wrangling. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a large online collection of movie blogs. And you can listen to me and Richard on the Lambcast and me and Mark on Deep Blue Sea, the podcast.
I'm going to go listen to those videos right now of that Amanda that you did on YouTube. Just type in Hollywood Consumer.
No, that would be too easy. Unfortunately, it's under just Amanda K.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I want to hear those.
Well, thank you both for being on the show. And listeners, come back next week to hear us talk about a birthday party on more Deep Blue Sea, the podcast. See you later.